Hi, my name is Trixie, and I'm here to encourage you and inspire you to build your momentum and being the best at what God's called you to be. This is my first video, so please give it a try. Today I want to talk about speaking those things which be not as though they are. That's found in Hebrews 11:1. First, by how God did it, and second, how we can do it. So I'm going to read you some verses, and you're going to see how God spoke things into being. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Then God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Thus God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Then God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth." And it was so. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night. Let them be for signs and seasons, for days and years. Let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens, to give light on the earth." And it was so. Then God said, "Let the waters abound with an abundance of living creatures, and let the birds fly above the earth across the face of the firmament of the heavens." And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth." Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature, according to its kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the earth, each according to its own kind." And it was so. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have the dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, and over all the creeping things that creep on the earth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth." And God said, "See, I have given you every herb that yields seed which is on the face of the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed. To you it shall be for food. Also to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth, in which there is life. I have given every green herb for food." And it was so. Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. So, God said, and it was so. He spoke it, and it was. And I find that very, very interesting, very good, that we can speak, and it will be so for us as well. So he spoke the world into being. With words he created everything. And so can we. Do you know the power of your words? I'm asking that because we say so many things in this life that are negative, that are not what God wants us to say. We say things that are not positive. We should be speaking positively into our lives. And we don't know the power of our words. We just don't. So I'm going to read some more verses that'll prove what I'm trying to say. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it eat its fruit." We can have what we say. We can do what our words indicate we can do. We can do what we can do, or we cannot do what we don't want to do. It all depends on your point of view. Proverbs 16:24 says, "Pleasant words are like honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the bones." If you need healing, speak pleasant words. That's in the Bible. John 15:7. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you will ask what you desire and it will be done for you. Right there. God says all we have to do is ask and he will make it happen. It has to be according to what he wants. It has to be according to what his word says. But he will give us the desires of our heart. That's what a true father does. Deuteronomy 30:19 says, I call heaven and earth as witnesses today against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both you and your descendants may live. He asks us to choose life. Everything that we do is in this lifetime. We only have one lifetime. So we have to do what we can do and say what we can say to make our life more positive and more meaningful. Mark 11:22. So Jesus answered and said to them, have faith in God. If you have faith in God and you believe what you're saying is true and you believe what you're saying can happen, God wants to give you the desires of your heart. So this is a good thing. If you can have what you say, what kinds of words should be coming out of your mouth? Would you speak more positively or more negatively? I bet you would speak more clearly, with more clarity, with definite goals in mind. I think that you would say what you mean and mean what you say. Well, I believe that you can have what you say. I believe that positive affirmations can work in your life. I believe that if you write things down and you say them over to yourself each and every day, that you're going to start to see a difference in your life. Jesus said to him, if you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. That's in Mark 9:23. In Hebrews 11:6, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of those who diligently seek him. You must seek God, and you must do according to what his will is for you to do. Matthew 17:20. So Jesus said to them, for assuredly I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. A mustard seed is one of the smallest seeds on earth. And yet, if you have faith as much as a mustard seed is small, you can move mountains. This is in the Bible. Philippians 4:6. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God. We are not supposed to be anxious, fretful, worrisome. We are supposed to ask for things in prayer. God will supply, and then we can be thankful. We have to thank him for what he does supply for us. Psalms 100, verse 4. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving. Again, with thanksgiving. And into his courts with praise. Be thankful to him and bless his name. He wants us to come with thanksgiving. He wants to bless us. He wants to be praised for what he does for us. And I think it's only right. If he's going to do what, we're asking, I think we should be thankful. We think we should be praiseworthy. And I think he should get the praise and the glory for it. Psalm 116, verse 1. I love the Lord because he has heard my voice and my supplications. You will begin to know God and love him more when you start to pray to him and see answers. But he said, the things which are impossible with men are possible with God. That's in Luke 18:27. Nothing's impossible for God. He can do all things. He will do all things. He can do all things. This is what God is and who he is and what he wants to do. And He is here for us, and we are here for Him. And we need to have relationship with the Lord and Master of our lives. In Habakkuk 2:2-3, it says, Then Lord answered me and said, Write the vision, make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. He wants us to write our vision down. He wants us to write our prayers, our whatever we want down, our affirmations down, so that we can repeat them over and over again, so that we can see when they happen, we can see that they're happening in a way that we wrote them down, because we wrote them down. So write out your affirmations of faith. Affirmations are positive, and they're something that you want to see happen in your life. Your chances of success increase by 98% if you put your dreams and your goals in writing. They've done studies on this. People who write things down, who mark things off, who make lists, are more likely to get things done than those who do not. Speak them out every day. God is the great I am. So speak I am with every affirmation. Speak them as if they're already happening. Some examples are, I am healthy. I need no medication. I am fit and trim. I am debt-free. I give generously. You prosper generous people. As I give, you pour back into me. I have faith in you, Lord. These are things that I say in my life over myself. And I am believing for each and every one of these things to happen and come through for me, because I am saying them, and He wants to give me the desires of my heart. Nothing pleases God more than for us to put our action to our faith in speaking those things which be not as though they are. When things start to manifest in your life, be sure to thank God for them. Gratitude is vital. If you want to be successful, be grateful. When you are grateful, you attract more to be grateful for. And it works the opposite way too. If you are complaining, you draw more things to complain about. You attract those things to complain about. You don't want to do that. So if you're grateful, you're going to attract those things which to be grateful for. And that would be a much better way to go about things. So if you can have what you say, speak positively. Speak with clarity. Believe it can happen. Trust God. Thank Him when it comes to pass. And a life of praise and thankfulness becomes a life filled with miracles. I just want to end on saying that I'm grateful that you watched this. I'm grateful that the Lord wanted me to make this video. I'm grateful for anybody who watches it and gives me a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe and hear more of what I find nuggets of truth in the Bible, I would be grateful for that too. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.